Welcome to Unit 2.2. We will be discussing quotes and italics. For quotations, you can see the four things that they do right here. We'll practice some of those. For exercise 1, you're going to add quotation marks to these sentences, mostly for spoken words. And you can see my example and how I used quotation marks to encapsulate the spoken words, including the punctuation. So do so for the rest. Sometimes the quotation will come at the end. Sometimes the quotation might be more towards the beginning, like in number 3. Sometimes it will be both in the beginning and the end, like number 5. Number 5 has sort of a non-essential clause that's a break in the quote. So try your best there. Exercise 2 will focus on italics. I have an example of a magazine title that gets italics. The same would happen for books, CDs, records, albums, anything that's a title, maybe the name of a store, maybe the name of a shopping mall. If it's a title, then it gets italics. And then for exercise 3, we're going to use italics for the titles, like we did in exercise 2, but also then quotation marks for the song or article titles. Because if you think about an album, I have some albums here. The album title is the big thing. It's what all the songs go in. Well, that gets italics. All the songs individually will get quotations. If you have a book like Percy Jackson, The Lightning Thief, well then the title of that book gets italics, but then the individual chapters will get quotation marks like I used in my example here. Application to concepts. We're going to continue on with some WRIT 101 sort of activity here to help us with getting started with that essay. And for this one, we're going to do more practice with quoting articles properly. So you'll find that this is a sort of the next step of what would be your WRIT 101 writing portfolio. So we're going to do it in this class to make sure that everybody gets extra practice. And then for the reading journal, we're going to focus on straw man fallacy. This happens a lot. So go to YouTube and search for some straw man fallacy and find some examples, and let's put them here. Also think about maybe how straw man is a little bit like slippery slope or an ad hominem. If you're really stuck, then just summarize the chapter. Thank you so much.